Hey, what's up with it, man? It's the Bulletproof Podcast. I'm back on y'all bitch ass, man. How y'all week been going? My week been going all right. You know what? Bullshit out of there. I'm not even gonna go into that. We not even finna discuss that dumb shit. We gonna get straight to the biz, all right? My week been going good, but we ain't finna talk about that. We finna get straight to the shit. Mississippi mass graves. I've been doing some research on these Mississippi mass graves that's been going on in Mississippi. No laughing matter at all. But apparently there's a mass grave behind a jail, a penitentiary of a whole bunch of unmarked graves of missing black men. I don't know if it's white people in these graves, but I do know that a mother, her son was found in one of these Mississippi unmarked mass graves. I don't know how long he was missing. And mind you, this is behind a penitentiary or a jail, I guess you can say. Mississippi, one of the most racist towns in fucking America. Let's be real about that. I don't know no nigga that really claim Mississippi besides David Banner. Just know it's a lot of racist shit going on out there. Missouri, a lot of them southern states. See, this is a thing too. A lot of people want to say that Texas ain't the South. You know what, man? A lot of places ain't the motherfucking South. Because a lot of places got a whole bunch of racist-ass white boys running that motherfucker. And you niggas want to separate yourself by regions and culture. We got to stop doing it. Hey, man, we all black. Fuck where you're from, the South, the East Coast, or whatever. Niggas in the South got it, especially places like Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, all that type of shit. Even parts of Georgia, Georgia, Florida, and Texas. Man, there's a whole bunch of racist ass shit going on, man. So it really ain't nothing really to be proud about being from the South, unless you from a city, like a major city. And cultural difference. But anyways, these Mississippi mass graves, man, this is heartbreaking. Once again, and I'm pretty sure that this Mississippi mass grave that's behind this jail isn't the only grave of unmarked black people. In Mississippi, Missouri, Arkansas, South Carolina, I'm pretty sure it's a whole bunch of unmarked ass graves. But don't nobody want to talk about that. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? Black people still fighting for civil rights and ain't no racist shit going on when you got unmarked graves of missing people, black people in America that are being killed by racist ass white cops that are being buried behind penitentiaries. It's hard to be an American, especially if you're a nigga. And guess what? If I don't see no FBI action, no CIA, if I don't see the alphabet boys at the highest order trying to come down on this Mississippi mass graves where all these unmarked graves of black people, and it's more than 200 something motherfuckers. Oh yeah, it's like 600 motherfuckers. Black people. This is ridiculous. Just imagine how many other unmarked graves are in these racist ass southern towns. Come on, what are we talking about? I'm saying on TikTok, yeah, I'm from Indiana, and this is, of course we like to eat here. Yeah, I'm from Oak Cliff, Texas. Of course we like to do this. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. And man, fuck all that shit, man. We need to start bringing attention to the real shit that's going on. missing black people that are getting abducted and probably tortured and killed by white police officers. This ain't no conspiracy. This is a real fucking thing. This ain't no goddamn conspiracy. This ain't no goddamn conspiracy, man. This ain't no racist ass shit. White people, y'all need to be just as mad as black people. Especially with all these immigrants coming over here into our border. At this point, you need to build up citizens, civilians, American civilians, and stop worrying about race. Black people got to worry about race because there's graves behind penitentiaries of dead bodies that have been killed by racist police officers and just racist motherfuckers. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? See, it's a lot of things going on. I see a lot when other races go through shit, it's all over on the news. But when black people go through shit, man, we kick down the road like a goddamn me rock or a motherfucking me soda can. We always being kicked down the road when some shit going on with us, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Look, it's things that I love about America, it's things that I hate about America. Especially being black. And right now, the way that black people have been getting treated in this country, shit, what is there really to love? What is there really to love? Y'all allowing all these immigrants coming over from the Texas border. They done try to stop some shit. But y'all allowing all these immigrants coming over from the border and y'all giving them resources that should be going to black people that have built this country off of free slave labor. I don't hate nobody getting their bag, but damn, come on now. And then on top of that, you're letting in terrorists, you're letting in motherfuckers that make bombs, and y'all finding them little explosives, man. Come on, man. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. If y'all want to see what I think about the immigrants, check out my podcast. One of my episodes, I talk about this shit. But anyways, the Mississippi mass graves with all those bodies of unidentified black people. And yes, they are black people. I'm pretty sure they didn't have a whole mass grave back there for white people too. And that's not the only unidentified grave site where they abduct children, men, women, and they off them, and then they bury their ass in some sick ass ritual, or just because they just racist than a motherfucker. Yes, I like talking about UFOs like a motherfucker. But man, come on, man, we really gotta start. Man, just because it's 2024, racist shit still going on against black people in America. When you say these numbers put together, 2024, if you didn't know any better, you would think that you living in the goddamn future. But then when you living here on this planet and you see what's still going on, it's just a repeating cycle. It's just repeating itself over and over and over again. Nothing has changed. Slavery still exists within the prison system. You got slavery in Africa. And I think you got slavery somewhere else. Don't give me the line. You have sex trafficking. That's slavery too. Bro, slavery is still going on in bigger numbers than what it was back in the day. Free labor is going on right now in the prison system. Prison should be about rehabilitation. We should be prisoners should have some type of resource to where they're getting therapy, where they're getting, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like prisoners, some pedophiles, you deserve all the smoke, whatever come your way. It need to be a separate prison for pedophiles, rapists, and just crazy murderers. There need to be a whole separate prison. But when it comes to low-level crimes and jugging and goddamn me family disputes or some shit like, man, that needs to be rehabbed. That needs all the resources thrown at these people in order to make them productive members of society when they come back. Not putting them in jail and they become worse people when they come out. Now you do got a lot of people that go to jail and they take jail for like, man, this is crazy. Like, I never want to go back. Then you got some people that's like, shit, nigga, I love jail. Got everything I want in that bitch. 3 hots in the cot. We're not teaching people to be better and productive members of society. Not only that, when they do serve their time, they come out here and try to be better productive citizens of society. They still got their record on their back and they can't get good jobs. Majority. Some people do come out and do their thing. But it shouldn't be the minority. It should be all. All people who have served their time and have really been through a rehabilitation process should end up being able to be like, okay, I served my time, man. Say, let me, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be on my jacket. I should be able to get a good job too now. Like, come on. What's the point of being in prison and you already a slave in that bitch in the worst conditions? Then you come out, you done served your time, your debt to society. Then you come out and then now you working at fucking McDonald's and you a whole grown ass man and you can't even pay for your fucking rent. What? And then you got to pay probation fees and all this type of shit, whatever you got to pay for. How you gonna even be able to take care of yourself as a human being? Where is your dignity at? That's why a lot of niggas rather say, fuck it, nigga, when I get out, I'm going back to the same activities because ain't no hope. At least in there, I know I got 3 hots in the cot. So, I don't know. That's just a thing that we probably need to think about as just a human society. You know, man, we might need to think about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, man, there needs to be a real investigation in these police departments. I ain't saying defund the police or nothing like that, but there needs to be a real Department of Justice and investigation on a lot of police departments in the South, especially in the South, when it comes to judges, politicians, police officers, chief of police, all that type of shit. We got to start. There needs to be a real investigation on this Mississippi mass grave shit that should open up more wrongdoings that are going in police forces. The CIA already came out and said one of the biggest threats to national security is white nationalism and white supremacy, them infiltrating the police force. This happened back in the 80s. They came out and said this in the 80s, I believe. Might have been the 90s. But that was what they said. And that kind of got kicked down the road like a rock or a can of soda as well. But, hey, who am I? I'm just a nigga on YouTube giving y'all my bitch ass opinions. Shit, you know what I mean? RIP to all those brothers and sisters that are in those Mississippi unmarked graves. I hope y'all's family receives some type of justice, and I hope that y'all soul gets some type of peace, knowing that this thing is getting some light shed on that certain situation. And shout out to Mississippi too, and all the black people going through it over there. Anyways, let's go to the next subject. 2024, man, has been crazy, man. The floods in San Diego. I was on TikTok watching that. I ain't really seen nothing on the news about the floods in San Diego, man. I had to go on TikTok. That's how I first heard about it. I ain't really heard the news talking about it. Channel 4, Fox, maybe they done talk. I don't really watch CNN and nothing like that. But I do go online and read their, you know what I'm saying, CNN, Huffington Post. I haven't really seen a big deal about the flooding that's going on in San Diego. Some people are saying that this is flooding in San Diego is kind of regular, but not to the extent that's going on now. A lot of people are saying it is reminiscent of Katrina, which on the video footage that I seen looks a lot like Katrina, not as bad, because Katrina was terrible. San Diego was what they got going on is terrible too. I'm not trying to compare trauma, but I'm just saying I honestly think that San Diego is going to be okay just because of how much money is being, you know, this in that city. Well, damn, you could have said, well, I don't know. But I think San Diego is going to be okay. I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to have some lawsuits on their hands. The city of San Diego. I don't see how the city of San Diego cannot be sued by the people who pay taxes there. I mean, that's crazy for y'all streets not to be able to intake that much water. I would love to hear more from a political figure or whoever's in charge of their infrastructure to see what the fuck is going on in San Diego and why is it flooding like that, and what are y'all planning on doing as far as compensating the victims of that flood. Because